Can Mamelodi Sundowns, South Africa as a whole, dream in seeing that picture where Themba Zwane lifts the trophy on Sunday?
Oh, that dream is huge. I would, as much as I told you, Sundowns winning the Star is not. I can't go out there and support Pyramid, but Sundowns Star or Sundowns winning CAF, it's a pain to me because I'm a Pirates fan. You get me?
Yeah.
But just imagine the prince of South African football lifting that new or the redesigned trophy.
Yeah.
That dream, it's still alive.
What's up, fans? This is still FANS Wethu TV. I'm still your man, Comes on the Sport, with yet another in-studio discussion. And this time around, we are talking about the prince of South African football. Who am I talking about? The great Shikabala Themba Zwane. And as Penom, I have my good friend, the Coach KB. Coach, the prince
of SA
in terms of football. How important is Themba Zwane in South African football? Not only just to Mamelodi Sundowns. I do know that right now it's involving Mamelodi Sundowns ahead of that CAF Champions League.
You know, this guy, Hugo Bruce said or once said, a man that doesn't change his mind is a fool. He said that because of Prince of South African football. Because when he came, he said, nah, that guy's too old. But because of the magic that he produces on the field, he was called up into the national team. And I mean, it's evident for everyone to see at national level. I mean, when we went position 3, we could all see his impact in the game. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Does he carry the king instead of the prince? Do we compare him with Woteko? Do we compare him with Doctor? I don't know. I don't know. But I think for our generation, I think he hence why I will always say the prince of SA football. I mean, I was there when he returned from the injury. You would swear Sundowns has scored, but he was only warming up. So that alone tells you how much he's appreciated, not only by the Sundowns fan. I mean, everyone stood up on that day just to see him warm up, not come in. You see, him coming in was just something else. It was just out of this world, sweet. Yeah.
Now, going back to the Saturday game.
Yeah.
Was he missed? I know that, he was on the bench, but was he missed in terms of probably starting the game to change things around?
Sweet, hence why I said, or I'll always say this, right after the game, it's easy to analyze what you just saw, but when you sit back and you do proper research or you look into the game deeper, it gives you a different dynamic, man. Well, one can say, yes, Sundowns needed Themba Zwane, but you look at how many games has Sundowns won without Mshishi this season. You see, ever since Cardoso came, Themba Zwane hasn't really played. You see, I'm trying to look at stats here. They're saying, the stat says Zwane, 2024-2025, he has played 5 games. No, 7. No assist, no goal. 2023-2024, 18 matches, no goal, no assist, 2 yellow cards. 2022-2023, 23 games, 3 goals, 4 assists. So if you look at his stats prior to Cardoso, it's not wow. But he's conferred when we played African Cup of Nations, he played extremely well. You see, so I think he got injured at the wrong time. Yeah, I think that injury just made things worse for him because Sundowns also changed the coach and he was at his peak. I think that's the reason why he was given 1-year contract. I still believe had Themba Zwane not been injured, they were not going to renew his contract. I feel Sundowns gave him his contract because they felt he did not play this season. Can we give him last year just so he can play for the fans? You understand me? So just going back to the game, there's moments where I felt he was needed, mainly because not just to play, but just to erupt the stadium, just to give the atmosphere. You see, him warming up, the stadium was shook. Everyone stood up because everyone was anticipating to see Themba Zwane. But one might come and say, maybe Themba Zwane is not Cardoso's kind of a player.
Or his cup of tea.
Or his cup of tea.
Yes.
You see, is it for us to blame? It's easy for you and I to sit out and blame. But if you look at Cardoso's road to the final, how many games did Themba Zwane play? One, we always look at the Al Ahly game where he came in. I think the last touch before the own goal was him. Now, you see how fortunate or how lucky or blessed he is. He comes in. I remember there's a pass where Ribeiro chipped it, gave him, it was supposed to be a 1v1, but he missed the trap. But because he's the prince, we can't say much. At the end of the day, the own goal that came, it was his touch. So I think mentality-wise, he was needed in that game. Just not sure when. And which is the very, very, very important part. I mean, had Sundowns won without Zwane, we wouldn't be sitting here speaking about if he was needed. But because Sundowns drew, at that moment, all of us, we felt Zwane was needed. You get me? And I also feel, Hore, maybe he's not, hence what I'm saying, maybe he's not the type of player of Mikel Cardoso. You see, I looked at this game here, Wolves. It took them 3 touches to score a goal. The third touch was a goal. Keeper, striker, flick, goal. If you're going to play like that with Zwane, you are getting him out of the game. You need to keep the ball. But also, Zwane, Sweet, we know Zwane is the best player on the ball. If he keeps the ball, he is the one who's going to come in and make everyone dance. And there's one thing that I've realized, when players play for you, just like when Argentina won the World Cup, everyone was playing for Lionel Messi. So maybe at the time when they brought in Neo, had you brought in Themba Zwane, everyone wants to do it for Shigabala. The stadium wants to do it for Shigabala. Yes. The players themselves, they would fight for Shigabala. They would get him more and more on the ball. He would have more touches. You see, that alone, it might have, I could have, but no, it didn't work out. You see, but I also feel, Sweet, it's tricky for the coach. And we as supporters, we're not making it easy for Zwane. Because now it's the media or us saying Zwane should play. It's the coach and his technical team saying he must play. Or will the coach want to prove us wrong? And say, I can go out there and win it without the Prince of South Africa. It's going to be tricky going into the second leg.
Now, as we wrap it up, can Mamelodi Sundowns, South Africa as a whole, dream in seeing that picture where Themba Zwane lifts the trophy on Sunday?
Oh, that dream is huge. I would, as much as I told you, Sundowns winning the Star is not, I can't go out there and support Pyramid. But Sundowns Star or Sundowns winning CAF, it's a pain to me. Because I'm a Pirates fan. You get me? Yeah. But just imagine the Prince of South African football lifting that new or the redesigned trophy. Yeah. That dream, it's still alive. I would love to see it. Whether he comes from the bench, whether he doesn't play, as long as he picks it up, for me, I think it's something that most of South Africans or our generation would be satisfied with it. But I still say, I think it's sweet. It's something, I think we as, I don't want to say media, but I think we as fans, we have created havoc in that dressing room of Mamelodi Sundowns with us calling for Themba Zwane. Everyone in the media is saying Themba Zwane should have played. Now, as a coach, what do? Do you go and start him? Do you go and bring him in as a sub? Or do you stick to your guns and say, you know what, I'm going to prove to South Africa that I can win without Zwane. If you win, you are here. If you don't, I think you might have signed your resignation letter.
There you have heard it, fans. Thoughts with regards to Themba Zwane from Coach KP. Mamelodi Sundowns, are you going to sing Ujiga Gamnandi Umshishi Themba Zwane? We'll get to see that on Sunday. The great Shikabala, the Prince of South African football. Are you dreaming South Africa, seeing great Shikabala lifting that redesigned trophy of the CAF Champions League? Let's share the comments and let's have a discussion. From myself, Coach, I'm FANS Wethu TV, signing out.